Well, happy July 4th, 2025. Sorry about the air conditioner making noise in the background. There's not much I can do about that. I like to be outside, especially on the 4th of July. Happy Independence Day, or is what some people should refer to as No King's Day, right? Oh, I'm sorry, that was last week. Yeah, I guess some people don't understand that we had our No King's Day. We called it Independence Day. So, what I have for you here today is budget revolver time. I believe they're still relevant for concealed carry, especially in restricted areas. And we're not going to do this one today because I haven't shot it yet. This I've had a little bit longer. But this is a Charyer Arms Undercover II. I believe it goes under the name of Lightweight 2 also, or Boxer. I think these are former names they used for this revolver because when I ordered it, it was called the Boxer. When I received it, it's Undercover II. It's a lightweight, 6-shot, sorry, cigar in the mouth, 6-shot, 38 special, which in my opinion, 38 special is a fine self-defense caliber, close range. Of course, I don't have a whole lot of experience with close range shooting people or animals or anything, but they used it for a long, long time, so why wouldn't it still be good? I like this particular revolver. I have large hands, as some people may have noticed in other videos. Let me raise my phone a little so I can work under it. And this gun has a little bit more of a handle. I could get a little something on there. See, a fairly decent purchase. It also has a fiber optic sight in the front, which is nice. I think the sight picture is very good. The trigger itself is a little, it's a little notchy. The single action is nice and clean and light. It's actually pretty darn good. You have your usual heavier double action, but it does have a quick break when it does break. Like it hits about here. Where is it? Revolvers have that rolling break. But when it goes, it goes. But I find that it's at least not so heavy that I can't stay on target while pulling through a double action pull, which I think is what a lot of people struggle with double action guns. Because of that rolling break, you'll have that tendency to pull it like that, and having that coordination with your wrist and keeping your hand straight while just operating the finger. When you have that, because revolvers, they stack. It gets heavier right before the break, so you're trying not to pull up on the revolver. Anyway, I had fired this. I don't have a ton of rounds through it or anything. I think I have like 200 rounds through it, roughly. I've only been to the range a couple of times. I didn't count. I haven't had a lot of time to get to the range. That's why I'm not doing that other revolver that I have over there, which is a Taurus 856 lightweight. And I haven't had time to shoot it. I bought it months ago, and I just have not been to the range. Now, there are other things with this. If you watched any of my other videos, you may have seen I have a Colt. I have a Colt King Cobra target model, and it is very smooth. See, it does not spin freely. It's kind of sticky. I assume this has something to do with the tolerances being tight or otherwise. I did lubricate it. I had thought about pulling it apart, maybe put some lapping compound in there and spinning it a few times and putting it back together. But it works good the way it does. So I'm not that concerned about it. I mean, that's just basic feel things. It does feel a little clunky. You see this release lever. I don't know why it has multiple pieces in there. It seems unnecessarily complicated. I haven't taken it apart yet to really look at it all, but this frame is one piece, so the trigger group and everything drops out from the bottom if you do take it apart, which I think is interesting also. Like I said, it's a good handling gun though. I have no complaints about it. I picked it up because I like revolvers. I think they're Something about them just makes them inherently cool. They're I like their little mechanical noises. I like that you could see the action taking place. I'm a, I'm a weird guy like that. I like mechanical things. It's actually how I got into firearms. I don't know if I had mentioned in any of the other posts I put up, but I was a mechanic for a long time, and I started getting into them after a car accident had put me out of work for some time, and I needed something to tinker with, and I like doing some like amateur gunsmithing. That Taurus I plan on doing a trigger job too, because it actually has a very heavy trigger compared to this, which is funny because they were like almost the same price. I want to say they're like within $10 of each other. And the Charyer Arms, no one talks about these, but they've been making them for a long time. They know what they're doing. They seem pretty reliable. It doesn't, I will say the Taurus feels more sturdy when you have it in your hand. And it's not quite as clunky, but it is stiff and everything is heavy on it. Whereas the Charyer Arms is, that's the other thing, it's light. I don't have the weights in front of me to let you know what that is, but it is it's a light revolver. And yet at the same time, I don't have trouble with the recoil from it. The felt recoil is perfectly manageable. It's actually nicer than my mother has a Rossi 5-shot revolver, which is all steel and probably heavier than this. It feels heavier in the hand, but the recoil on it is harder. I don't know why. I don't know how they do these things. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're all, made up of one piece. There's nothing there to absorb any sort of impact, but maybe the handles, maybe the angle of the grip. I don't know, but this controls it pretty well. So I actually enjoy shooting it. And when I have time to go to the range, I will shoot it more. But really, I want to get out there to shoot this. Because I want to, we're not going to talk about that too much. There are things that are going to change on this too. But what I want to do is a separate video for the Taurus. I just want to get out there to shoot it first. And then I want to kind of compare the two of them together. In any event, I haven't been making videos for a while because I've been busy. I work all the time. And I like to do it outside. The weather has to be right. It seems like whenever I have a day off, it's raining. But this is it. I'm going to try to do them a little more frequently. If you don't mind hanging out with someone who's just rambling on about this stuff, go right ahead and subscribe. I mean, it doesn't hurt if we have any other people who just, firearm enthusiasts in general, just, love America like I do. Go ahead and subscribe. Support the little guy. That's what I say. That's what I do. Whenever I run across somebody else's small channel or something, even if it's nothing flashy, they don't have to have crazy editing or effects or even a script to go along with. I try to subscribe to everyone just to support, the community, so to speak. Just get everybody in on that. I even let other people know, out in the open. Like, more recently I found Spin Firearms, SPN Firearms. I like his stuff. I can't think of anybody else. One of these days I'm going to make a list of other people who aren't quite as well known as some of the names have been around for a while. I'll put it out here, even though I have a very, small amount of views overall. There are some videos that have been around on here long enough that they have quite a few views, but if I collect enough, just put people out there, Let everybody know about us little guys. All of us. Support the community, that's what I say. And be safe out there. Happy Independence Day. God bless America.